everybody. Welcome to Whoop Dee Doo. We're super excited to have you guys here today. Are you excited to be here?
Hi, my name is Jaimie, and I'm a co-director of Whoop Dee Doo.
My name is Matt. Sorry. My name is Matt. I'm a co-director of Whoop Dee Doo as well.
Whoop Dee Doo started back in 2006 in Kansas City, Missouri.
Welcome to Whoop Dee Doo.
It's a fake TV show that we're doing. You know, it's this kids variety show that travels.
We're excited tonight to present to you some of your favorite local performers.
We actually film it, but we don't use the footage for a TV show. It's just kind of documented, and the cameras are kind of props.
I think it came out of a need living in a smaller city. You sort of make your own entertainment there. I was also, in the 80s, exposed to a lot of amazing public access television and regular television, like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
The Dirty Diaper Eater.
Double Dare, like getting really gross.
Oh no!
I was fascinated by weird local stuff. Like there was a horror host named Sven Gulli. I was also really into SCTV and the Marx Brothers.
Carol Burnett show, like weird variety shows. Just over-the-top sets and props and costumes.
So I'm Jaimie, and this is my buddy Matt.
Hello.
The characters sort of are extensions of our personalities. Like Matt's this tired, apathetic werewolf. It's like an exaggerated
Just like
version.
a more depressed version of me or something on stage.
We are so excited to be in Portland, Oregon today.
And Jaimie is usually junk food, and
You can say annoying, it's fine.
that's you putting words in my mouth that I wasn't even going to say. That's your own weird thing. Upbeat, keeps things moving, fun.
Okay.
In the beginning, we had shows that were just marathons, like 4 hours, 5 hours long and stuff, and they would just keep going and going and going. I think this last one was probably the most successful in actually having an arc to it.
I want to guarantee you that we're going to make this space unrecognizable. We're going to be here night and day, totally changing the space. It's going to be amazing.
We can use that window for something.
I know. So right now we're working with about 16 high school students from the Urban Youth Theater Ensemble. We've kind of been brought in to show them like different sides of production, like the creation of a set and lighting and putting the whole order of a show together and coming up with the concepts with them.
Oh God, mayonnaise.
Oh yeah, I'll set up some hot glue for you. I need paper. What do you think? Yeah. The theme is spring.
Selfie.
It's an Abominable Thawt, and Thawt is T-H-A-W-T. I'm glad you decided to just go with the teeth. It looks good.
Yeah.
Basically, the show will start off, it'll be winter, so there'll be sort of frozen, wintry vibed performances. And then about halfway through in an intermission, there'll be like a giant thaw. So like the whole space will change, and it's really kind of springy, fun, like really kind of high energy, really colorful.
Yes! Santa on vacation wearing a tank top, some shorts, and some flip flops. And just like walk out with like a big bag. Yes, spring Santa.
I thought that sort of the approach that they take in comedy improv was really applicable to us. All that came out of improv games for kids during the New Deal era. It was methods for getting like new immigrant kids to come out of their shells.
Make it look like a tree.
Yes.
And like a little hole so like people can go inside the tree and sit in the tree.
That's awesome.
That philosophy where there's always kind of the agreeing with what someone has done and going forward with it.
We'll have 10 days total to kind of totally transform this space. We're showing them ways to make stuff that looks cool out of materials that you can find for really cheap or for free. Our base materials are like cardboard, newspaper, and painter's plastic.
I loved that stuff where it looked like it was made in someone's basement.
What kind of junk food do you want to be?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I could be anything like just that would be funny. Like a donut, like with sprinkles.
Could be cool. A giant soda can or one of those like fountain cups with like a straw coming out would be cool. Yeah, I like that.
That's exciting.
This side over here, this kind of slant. Yeah, we'll just fill it in with something else. It'll just look like icicles, kind of, you know.
Over the past 9 years, there's probably been like a couple hundred artists who have helped over all of these different shows. So there's about 7 of the students that are going to be backstage.
Each individual show, just whoever is involved at that time, all the details are fleshed out with that group.
Everybody puts so much into it, like serious blood, sweat, and tears.
Position your tongue up against the roof of your mouth like this, so.
We're thinking of building 2 trees on either side of the room. You would be opposite of Joseph, so you would come up with a sound piece together that would be kind of the moment that this giant thaw happens where winter turns to spring.
It used to be more just the performers would come on and perform.
But over the years, it's evolved to much more of a collaborative process. It can lead to these really sort of magical experiences. It's so good when you're smiling. Tradition is kind of important with Whoop Dee Doo too. We work with folkloric groups a lot because like they're keeping these traditional practices in costuming and music and performance alive.
If you guys can turn your attention to the back of the room, we're going to check in with our friends, the Abominable Snowmen.
Yeah! Woo! Hi guys! Hey! So I'm gonna need a volunteer. Any volunteers? You're gonna put your hand in this filthy, dirty water. And when you find the key, you win a prize. Yeah.
To me, a big goal is just to create like really successful and meaningful community art. They're just all coming in and having this surreal experience together. What Whoop Dee Doo accomplishes is everything that I would want to get out of an art experience, for sure. You're sucking out all their brain power. Yeah. I've had exhibitions of my own, and the feeling of accomplishment pales in comparison. Yeah, and you do that. Big movements, yeah.
It's the main source of my life for personal growth. I get more out of this project than I do out of any job I've ever had or any other project I've worked on. So I can't even picture not doing it at this point. I feel like I would just shut down. Yeah. Could possibly be viewed as more practical or something for us to do workshops in a way that don't involve doing this giant crazy show. But I think we're not art educators, we're not teachers. For us, this is the most complete experience we could give to those kids. We come into their lives and have this really impractical, weird experience, and then we leave.
They can really see in like a 2-week period how they had this idea on day 1. They worked with us every day, and they see this giant, insane idea like come to fruition in front of their eyes.
Come on, everybody! 1, 2, 3, let's do it! Amazing show. All right, you guys ready to end the show like we always do? Yes. All right, let's dance, everybody. Yeah.
The fact that we're only doing it the one day makes it that much more important.
You just kind of crumple it up into a ball the next day, and it's like it never happened, and you're in this room and you can't believe that this was where this took place, because it was like so stressful and beautiful. They're all gonna have this bizarre memory. It'll be like 20 years from now where they'll be like, what was that? And it'll like mess with them. I don't know, I have some of those too, and I feel like those are important memories to have.
Yeah, for sure. It's strange to have such an intense experience and then just it's over.